Hey guys, this is Random Stuff with Alex Hughes, and today I believe is day 27 of the Self Transformation Challenge. 30 days where I've just been focusing a lot on building new habits and trying to, I guess, reduce my stress levels and just really transform my life in general. So today I was able to wake up. I did have a pretty good sleep last night. There was a little bit of time where I was like 1 or 2 hours where, I kind of had a hard time going back to sleep, but I realized ASMR massage is like super relaxing and it just calms your entire body. So I was able to do that and I fell asleep, and then I ended up I woke up this morning around about 5:30 or so, and then I had my cold shower. I realized the best thing that I noticed with the cold shower is to put that cold water on your spine. When that cold water hits your back, that's when you notice a lot of a lot of difference, and just like the energy rush. It's insane. Like I thought it was like a certain area, but it's like if you put it on your back, you're really testing it out. And so I went on a walk this morning and I tried to do mindful awareness, which is the idea that I've discussed it before a couple of weeks ago, where it's just clearing your mind and just being completely aware of the present moment. No ifs, ands, buts, whats, shoulds, coulds, woulds. All those thoughts that go in your head. Just complete mindful awareness. And everything slows down. And especially if you're eating a lot of fruits, what I noticed was when I was drinking a lot of those fruit smoothies, it was like I was so connected with the world around me. It was insane. There's nothing weird in those smoothies. I put, mangoes, apples, I put, bananas and blueberries and some seeds, and sometimes I put some bread stuff, but it just clears your entire mind. And all you hear really is the birds, the sound of the wind, maybe the dogs barking. Sometimes a thought comes in, but if you keep putting your mind to be mindful in this present moment, to be here and now. The only thing that matters is this present moment, to be here and now. And if you keep saying that to yourself, eventually those thoughts that bother you, of course they'll be there, but you can just kind of brush them aside. And maybe they'll come back, but the more you keep doing that, the easier it gets, to the point where those thoughts don't bother you anymore. But you have to keep practicing, because that's the most important thing. Is for me, I've dealt. I'm sure you guys seen the channel over the past 4 years or so, where I talked about having the intrusive thoughts and whatnot, and just all this anxiety from before. But I've definitely noticed increased quality of life just over the last 30 days. Physically, my advice to you guys is, dedicate going to the gym and you'll see the results. Maybe start off with something easy, and at first maybe you're scrawny like myself. Yeah, and but eventually, if you work towards every single day, you go to the gym and you work out your muscles, then eventually, you see the results. Maybe it's small, but it's results anyways. You see yourself start to lose that extra, the fat, which I'll be honest that I had this thing around my chin where I was trying to get rid of that for the last couple of years, actually. I was trying to do the neck exercises, like you lift your chin up, and I do that here and there, but over the last 30 days I was able to lose that quite a lot, probably because I'm eating less, or I'm doing the intermittent fasting, and then I'm really more particular about what I'm eating, you know, and I'm going to the gym, I'm exercising, and so I noticed that I have less the flab underneath my chin. Another thing I noticed was, of course, my arms, because I've been working on the dumbbells. I noticed that. I also noticed my legs too, my leg muscles, because every single day I've been trying to go out. I think every day, almost the last month, I've been going out, basketball, trying to do that, and then the gym, and then sometimes I'd pick up something at the store. And I noticed just that progress. Like every single day, you work towards something, and then that manifests into reality. And so it really, I guess, gives the idea that you can create your own reality. Like literally, you can create your own reality. Every single day, you do something to manifest that into existence, and that's the most insane. And it's like things that you would have thought would never have happened, right? Like, for example, going to the gym. I've always thought about going to the gym for the last actually 4 years. Since I first started NoFap, I was thinking about going to a gym in Fallbrook, but I never joined. 4 years later, finally joined a gym, and I'm seeing the results. The trying to get 10,000 steps. That was a goal of mine 4 years ago, and I think that I'm doing a lot more exercise, and I'm seeing the results of that. And it's great when you can see the actual results because it allows you to feel more confident and you become more trustful of what you're doing in life. Like the mindful awareness, I'm noticing progress with that. Being in control of my thoughts, being aware of my thoughts, and being able to control those thoughts because that is a possibility. It's not impossible to be able to be mindful in the present moment. And when a thought comes up, and it's BS, right? You guys, especially if you dealt with the intrusive thought stuff, it's BS because it's like yourself, and so after a while, you just cast it aside and you keep doing it. And what I noticed though was over the last couple of days where my focus went towards the retention and the dieting, eating foods that would, I guess, kind of boost testosterone or something. Would boost that. Kind of be specifically for men, diet. And what I noticed is my quality of meditation and mindful awareness wasn't there because the thing is, you have to practice it to become a lifestyle. And once it becomes a lifestyle, then you don't think about it too much. Just like NoFap, where at first, NoFap was tricky for me because it was like I was trying to do it, but then I went on the streak, 2016 streak, which I'm still on. And I don't really think about it too much anymore. I don't think about going back to watching those videos, going on the stars or something like that, after night, or staying up the entire night trying to look at a particular scene, or staying up late at night, in my room and whatnot. I don't think about going back to that at all anymore. And so that lifestyle is part of my life, and I don't ever want to go back. And the cool thing is that once you get to that point, you're able to, it doesn't bother you anymore. Of course there's going to be thoughts, because there's still that energy, right? And that's something that I've still kind of battle with, is just the desire, especially when you go out in public, right? You go to the beach, you just go to the store, and there's that kind of desire, and I guess that mastery is crucial, right? Trying to balance that idea of being socially confident with not trying to go out there to get numbers or something like that. So yeah, today I ended up so I ended up going to walk. I did qigong when I got home. I did the meditation, and then I kind of cleaned up my room a bit, and I was listening to Young High Flyers. He has a great he has a great channel. And then I ended up having my lunch, which was actually a hot dog that I made for 4th of July, along with a smoothie, which was really good. Very energizing smoothie. I'm glad I balanced that out. And I had some nuts off to the side, and I made sure to, like I said, my vitamin regimen is huge now. So I got the daily vitamin, I got magnesium, and kind of the other typical vitamins, K and some of the other trace elements, biotin and a zinc, magnesium, and then I got some herbal ones like ashwagandha, maca. I got tribulus, and I got damiana leaves, and then I have those, and I have melatonin for the last couple nights when I couldn't sleep, and it's been working out pretty well actually. But yeah, so I ended up, I did the same routine as usual. I went to Planet Fitness. This time I worked on dumbbells because those kettlebells really worked out my back, and I'm glad I used the Equate version of Vicks because that menthol really helped and eased up. I just did a simple the long massage thing, and boom, that was actually really good. And then I ended up, so I did that for about 45 minutes. I was listening to Young High Flyers, and I ended up taking the bus over to Calaveras. I walked up the hill, and the park was pretty nice. It's kind of like it's inland for Carlsbad, so it's like on top of a mountain, and it's kind of rural, but or suburban. That's the best word for it. And then yeah, I ended up I shot some hoops, but I actually read this book about body language, and so it's very simple and easy to read, and I think it'll be very applicable in my life. I read a book about body language like 4 years ago, and I've done some studying about it, and I've been applying that within the last week or so on the bus. So that kind of dominant alpha male, posture where you spread yourself out, you open your arm length, and then maybe you point your toes to a certain direction. Um, uh, and you do that in public too, where you do like a wide stance, keep your chest high, and then keep your head straight, and then you're able to, I guess, feel more confident. Definitely, there's it's a weird thing where you actually feel more confident, and you're not as I guess hesitant, because a lot of times I think I forgot about body language a lot, and I would probably close myself up, and then all of a sudden I have all these anxious thoughts, or just kind of stressed out thoughts about what I have to do, where I have to go, and yeah, that's. I'm glad I read the book. It was actually easy read. I finished it all today. I actually had that mentality. I looked at the book and I was like, "This is thin. I can probably finish it in one day," because it wasn't that hard of a read. It wasn't like the type of vernacular wasn't that bad. But yeah, I'm glad I read it, and I'll probably keep it so that way I can apply the information. I'm glad I bought the book so that way I can keep it. When you're checking stuff out the library, you have a certain amount of time. So I'm glad I was able to buy it from Barnes and Nobles. So yeah, I came back, I did a cold shower, and then yeah, I feel a lot better like from today, from yesterday. I think it's just like maybe the smoothies, maybe it's just reading the book, maybe it's just doing mindful awareness, or listening to the motivational content. I just feel like a lot more grounded and a lot more, I guess, confident in where I'm going, because I started to notice that rise in tension, and I I know I'm going in a good direction. I hope that you guys decide to work on yourself, and realize that a lot of the things that you do on a day-to-day basis might not necessarily be the best time spent. That's from my own experience, where I was doing so much different types of things, hoping that, oh, all this is going to lead to one direction, but instead it felt like maybe I was spreading my arms so thin, like hoping that it would all lead to this one entire goal, you know. And I definitely noticed progress. I won't deny that what I did, created progress. I think it's just that the thing is that I think if you really want to create your reality, then you have to work on what's in here, because the mind is super powerful. Like your thoughts, your beliefs, your perceptions, how you react to the world creates your reality. So that's why affirmations are powerful. That's why habit building's powerful. That's why all these things manifest into reality. That's what I remember from senior year of high school, where I thought to myself, this is the craziest year of my entire life. It was insane, the amount of things that happened that I had no clue that they would ever happen into my entire life. It was probably the best year of my life. Maybe best 2 years where, you know, I could literally control my reality. Where something would happen, and it all depended on how I chose to react. The the fire happened about 3 years ago now, and the way I reacted wasn't necessarily the way someone is supposed to react, because I reacted in a way that was more less emotion and more kind of lightheartedness, because I knew that it was a test. And I guess the same things kind of happened where, especially, when I was in the public speaking class, where I took the risk of speaking on topics that were um, definitely taboo, I would say. But I put it out there, and and I got an interesting response. So um, I think the thing is, I'm gonna work on myself more, and that will actually, I think, manifest into a better reality. And so, because we all create our own reality, so yeah, I thought it was a good end for today, and I look forward to tomorrow. I look forward to definitely increasing my smoothies. Yeah, I can't wait for the next week, because like I said, I'm definitely gonna keep those smoothies. Like, there's no doubt that the smoothies changed my life, and so maybe I'll just make sure to put nuts in there, and seeds and whatnot. But fruit smoothies are gonna be an integral part of my life. But yeah, I look forward to continuing this challenge beyond 30 days, because I think that what I'm discovering within myself is going to be crucial for the future. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good night.